Okay. Hopefully I got everything fixed. Man, I was having some problems with OBS. Holy shit. But here we are. Haven't played a hand yet. Haven't played much poker at all in the last 2 days. Actually, at all. Just been studying. But, yeah, I had a real problem with OBS that I was finally able to figure out. And woof. Was that a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Just an absolute killer. Alright, let's go ahead and fix this. Looks good. There's a lot of new features that will come up momentarily when you guys are on. My favorite, the emote wall. Hey. Puts the emotes all over the screen. Pretty cool. And stuff like this that you can play with little points.
Oh my
I can't hear
God.
that right now. Hopefully, me in the future is hearing the playback and it sounds right. If not, I should know right now. And there's other sounds you can also play back too that I'll hear in real time on the delay. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll hear it, maybe I won't. I don't know. But you guys should hear it at the time. Because that's really what it's there for, is for you guys to interact. So we shall see if it works. And if anything doesn't work, don't worry. There is a way. I don't know how to do it yet. I actually have it. I have the instructions written down. There's a way where I can refund your channel points and your bits if you don't get your sound played. So have fun. Trying to do some new stuff. And yeah. Oh man. There's also the sticker thing in this top right or middle right area of the computer here. Hover over that. You can put stickers on the thing. Once we're past the delay, I'll test that out too, but it looks like everything's working all right. Doot doot doot. Yeah, Mike seems okay. Yeah, it's good. It's reading good level. So much more than just playing poker now. All this bullshit. But whatever. I wanted it. I wanted to have fun. Camera. There are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other games that I'm on the waiting list for. Might take a minute, but we'll get there. What's going on here, bro? We get it. You posted in. We're aware. So we could put this like that. Well, this is exciting. Holy fucking shit. Jack. What is this guy doing? Gotta be disconnected, right? There's the sticker thing. That's what it looks like. But yeah, you just come up right over here and you'll see the alert for the stickers. Oh, I also forgot I got new follower emotes. So only when we're in my stream you can use these emotes. It worked. I can hear the shit. All right. But yeah, I came up with this one for Pan. Chuchi's face when Chuchi's around. Jedi move or Sith move. There's the Jedi move. Sith move. And Thor's hammer. Why not? Hey, thanks, Nate. Much appreciated. Good to see you guys. Gray, how you doing, man? Now we're getting some tables going. Redeem the bump beat. Now that did that play? Oh, the burp beat. I didn't hear it, but I think I'll hear it in the delay on playback. So it's whatever you guys are seeing. Right, because there's a delay. So I guess it'll come up when, even though you hit it now, it's going to be a 5-minute delay that'll hit what you're seeing. So, Gray, did you... Well, I guess we'll find out if you heard something, huh? I don't know. Maybe this shit doesn't work with a delay. But it should. That's pretty good. So this player leading is kind of weird. Definitely going to call. This is more disturbing than anything because this is the player who should be weakest. There's a chance Motley has an overpair here, but I think we definitely want to bet somewhere right around 2/3. Some players just lead out into multiple players for no reason. That's exactly what that happened. He was just trying to lead for nothing. I could have probably raised the flop. Good amount of people here. I like that. Got some blank beer. What's that? Blanc? I don't know what that is. But beer is beer, right? Not much of a beer drinker. Is that ooh burp again? Is there another? Yeah, there's another table here. Ooh, might get it on two more of them. Boom, 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 boom. That would be nice. Everything's taking a long time. I think we can just bet about half pot. Really? Okay. It's a pretty good card for me. I mean, if somebody's got quads, it's whatever. Okay. Nice play. Now I can hear the fucking ooh-woo burp. Nice trap, bro. Good thing you didn't 3-bet pre-flop. Yeah, it's weird because the things I do have a delay, but the things you guys do don't have a delay in the playback. So it comes up as you see it, but then I have to wait 5 minutes because of the delay to react to it. So I'm just listening to the stream playback and reacting to the sounds as they happen. So you won't get my reaction to it in real time, I guess, unless I see it. But I don't know. But I guess it's better if you guys hear it. Right? That makes more sense. You guys are the ones using that stuff. I like the sticker thing, but I don't see it many places, so I don't know if we're going to get much use out of that. Maybe I'll take it away. Look at this. Straight on board, and I got the 8. Really? Yeah, nice flush. Not. Thank you. Why would you raise there with the chop on board? You're getting off easy when I have the 8. Like, there's a flush possible on board. There's other ways to play sounds, too. If you look at the thing, there's a thing called... I forgot what it's called. There's blurps, and then there's stream sounds. So that's the purple one. So you can either use bits or you can use... really? I'm just going to call. I could definitely 4-bet get it in, but I'm not supremely aware of this player. So I want to see what they do. Usually players will tell you what they have in this situation. You can have it. Half pot bet's fine. If he had bet like a third or 2/3, I would have considered something, but half pot bet's kind of reasonable. Like it's just kind of too, you know, too standard to be tricky, you know. It's a pretty good flop. Okay. Raise this one up. It's a pretty good action killer card that fucks me there. That's pretty funny. I mean, I'm obviously going to call for the outs. A 3. Nope. You got it, bro. I'm going to go ahead and bet for protection and value. It's kind of reasonable, other than the random 9 that comes in. I kind of don't even want a 6, right? Because the 3-4 is a draw that calls. The 7-8 is a draw that calls. 6-7, I guess, can be in there too. This player check calling, it's kind of meh. I'm going to check back and go for river bluff catch, if possible. I'll just check it. Great play, bro. Calls with a backdoor straight and backdoor flush draw, 2 overs. Hits the straight draw on the turn, does nothing. Checks the river when he makes a pair, does nothing. Like, I think that's one that's kind of silly because I'm obviously weak there, but I definitely could bluff catch. Just finished watching a Poker Go event. The Stairway to a Million. Pretty entertaining. Huh. I haven't seen that one. What's that? Appreciate everybody being here. Lots of people here. Nice.
Daddy, yes.
Daddy, yes. I don't know about this lead out. I'm going to call. I mean, usually it's a draw, but I mean, I guess it can be a weak ass jack. I don't think we want to fold, especially if we're going to river the 8. Well, now we get to raise. Should have checked the turn. Pot would have been much smaller. Gut shot, backdoor flush draw. Bad card. You got it. Okay. Man, there were 2 more tables that were getting started, but they dropped off. It's weird. Me. We need some funny Donald Trump and Biden sound bites. I'll look for some. I haven't gone through the whole library there yet. The stream sounds, the other one, not the one that you see when you redeem midichlorians, but the stream sounds, the bits one, they have a huge fucking library, and definitely want to go through that. But I'm sure there's got to be some presidential, like there's whole categories. Can we figure out a way to inject bleach and kill the China virus? See, this is annoying. Like, this is just, and it's only because of the player behind that I'm not going to do anything. Like, this is a pretty easy raise right here normally if it's just us heads up. Should I move the jar? Uber, stop texting me. I'm not going to drive. Might win one with 7 deuce. I mean, for the lulls, we chop it. Yeah, let's go ahead and raise that button. We'll raise this small. Ooh, look at the 7 ball. I'm going to bet super small. He kind of just has to have something to continue. I'm going to bet small again. Yeah, it just, the call was so automatic, but if I back off, it kind of looks too weird, you know, and trappy. Maybe I should have checked it. Like, he called there super quick, right? Like, he just snap called it. So I guess that's one I should have checked it and let him bluff river. But I don't know. It's an adjustment that's very hard for me to make sometimes. Obviously, if I get raised here, it's no good. I don't think he would bet the river most of the time. Sometimes we get called by like second or third pair, but it's kind of hard too. Kind of rough. Oh, god damn it. That fucking balance window. I swear to God. Hang on, I'll fix it. Yoink. Alright. No. Alright. Balance window is fixed. Alright. Buy-ins increase every day from 1K to 100K, and if you final table, you get entered to the next day event. Oh, nice. That's kind of like a shootout. Right? Buy-ins increase every day from 1K to 100K, and if you final table, you get entered into the next day's event. So you make the final table, you get your normal payout, and then you get entered into the next day. So theoretically, you could go, you know, all the way up the rankings on $1,000 buy-in to eventually playing in a $100,000 tournament. And I imagine you get paid for every normal placing, right? So even just min cashing that is worth, you know, 100,000 and change. It's a pretty cool concept. I used to do that with sit and goes back in the day. Ugh, buy followers. Who the fuck would buy followers? Bad. And I believe that calls for a hammer. Hammer. Really? That's just dumb. This is 10 jack usually. I'm not gonna gamble on it. All right. Well, this table died. That sucks. It was a good table for me, but what are you gonna do? Should be some more going. I guess we can spread it out, bring it around town a little. Oh, chopping it up with the king high. All right, let's play a goofy hand. This was my buddy who called really fast the other hand. He's betting awfully fast. I don't think he even had one pair. Like, he might have had king queen, but I don't think he had the ace. Yeah, king queen, right? Yeah, just makes sense. I don't even understand betting the turn after you hit the king. Like, yeah, oh, I remember that when he said that shit and then was like supposedly being sarcastic. Motherfucker wasn't smart enough to understand irony. Eh. Kind of have to call this one. 6-5? Wow. Wow. Okay. Good to know. You're going to be my buddy. See him? That's my friend over there. He's going to be my friend. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be my friend. Good part is he plays small pots when he's got it and big pots when I got it. But that's my friend. Keep an eye on him. This is my buddy. Yeah, I was saying I used to do that with sit and goes back in the day, playing on full tilt. I would start out with the $2 sit and goes, and if I came in the top two, basically if I paid for the sit and go and the next one and made a little profit, I would move up to the next level. And I did that for a long time just to try kind of understand the differences. Then years later, when I came out to Vegas and I was living in a weekly, my roommate, he'd had some car trouble, and we were in a weekly apartment, and it was my best friend from Florida, and we couldn't come up with the rent. Like, I had like just a break even week, and he had these car troubles, and it was like, fuck, what the hell? And if we didn't pay the rent for the month, in the next, I think we had another like 3 or 4 days, we'd have to pay by the week, which cost us an extra like 30% on the week versus the month. So that night I got on and I had like $100 in my full tilt, and I hadn't touched it in a while because I've been playing live so much. But I was like, fuck it, I'm not going out. And I stayed in and I ran what I used to call the gauntlet, where I started at the lowest buy-in, sit and go, and just kept going. And I expanded it to being top 3. So it was possible to like take third and then still move up, which would cost me a little bit of money. But if you entered for $5 and you got third, you got like 12 or whatever it was, and then you'd move up to no, you got like, I don't know, whatever you got. It would cost you like 10% of the next buy-in. So if you were going to a $10 buy-in, it would basically cost you $1. So I decided to go top 3. I would keep going up, and I played for like 9 hours, just sitting on the shitty couch with my laptop on my lap, like burning a hole through my legs. And in the morning, my roommate woke up, and he said, yeah, I got some extra shifts and all like that and blah blah blah. He's like, but I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't know if we're gonna make it. And I was like, I think we'll be all right. And I had won like 2 grand. It was like we had the rent and we had all the car repair money back and everything else. It was a really cool. This sucks, but this guy bluffs really poorly. I'm just gonna put the money in. Hey, I made a full house. That's nice. It's so bad because like this player bets like he's got the draw immediately and then just jams when he's got it. It's the easiest thing to get away from, but when I have 10 outs once, I'm not folding for 3-1 on my money, so that's fine. Thanks, bro. Ooh. Okay. 10 of spades on the river, please. I mean, I'm not folding. It's kind of hard to bet a straight here. Yeah, you're not gonna bet the straight, are you? Yeah, maybe I should have led because it looks so bluffy. Yeah, king queen. Wow, wow, that deserves one of these.
Wow.
There you go. That's what that deserves. You bet king queen twice and then didn't bet it when you tripped the river. Huh. Okay. Big bet. Big bet coming. Full pot's a pretty big bet. No diamond. Don't kill my action. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, so good. It's going to have an overpair so often. Boom. You got queens? Yeah, you do. Sevens full of queens, no good. Jacks full of sevens, better. You got queens. What a read. Makes the massive overbet on the river. I'm going to check it back. Checks the river. Could have a 9. 8? Ace jack. Wow. I really got to pay attention to some people's timing and tempo. Wow, you are betting quickly, sir. Make it easy to call. I think he's bluffing anyway. I really don't think he even had anything. Like, I think he had a queen, like a weak ass queen, but he's more than likely just got like a jack, like ace jack or something. Yeah, timing is a big thing today. Yeah, it was fucked up because I told him what happened and he's like, well, shit. And I'm like, dude, go to work anyway because I'm going to need a few days to recover from this because I think I had played I think it was more than 9 hours. I think I had played 9 hours, but I had been up for like an extra 10 or 12. So he went to work and he took, and I made the balance withdrawal request, which at the time you could rush for an extra fee off of Full Tilt. So I did, and it was going to be there the next day. So I was like, dude, go buy food, do whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm just going to be here asleep. And then he went to work, and then after work went to the grocery store, hung around with some people. He came back 13 hours later, and I was right there on the couch, like still passed out. Like, and he walked in, and like he'd be like as he put his keys down, I woke up. And he was like, oh, did you get good sleep? And I'm like, dude, I haven't moved. And he's like, yeah, I know. I can tell. He's like, but he was very happy. He was like, wow, great. Yeah, 30% on the week. Yeah, it was rough, man. Well, it was a weekly, rental. So it was a budget suites. So I think it cost like, I think it was something like 275 a week or something like that, which is already ridiculous. But if you paid it for the month, it was like 900. So you got like almost the fourth week free, like almost. Yeah, I think the month was like 920. Yeah, because it was like half a week, or it was like 4 or 5 days free if you paid the full month in advance. And it was nice too because if you had the monthly, then they kind of treated you better, and you got renters' rights rather than hotel rights. So like if things broke, they would have to come out. If they didn't fix it quickly enough, they would have to give you credit for the day's rent. You know, things like air conditioning and water and things like that. It had a communal like laundry room, which was a bitch. I learned the very hard way not to put my laundry in and go back to my room. Fucking ended up with half my shit stolen and the other half dumped on the floor. Some asshole at one point just dumped. I didn't know anybody or talk to anybody in the budget suites practically. Like I knew a few people, but I was friendly with them. Somebody just dumped bleach all over my clothes for no fucking reason one time. I found the empty thing of bleach sitting next to, like, it was one of those little ones, sitting next to the washer that my shit was in. I opened it up. It was so much bleach that my shit wasn't even white. It was yellow and it had holes in it. Like, and somebody just did it for spite. Like, I don't even know who it was. Like, it definitely wasn't personal. It was just random. And I actually had one guy who half my clothes got stolen, and I only had a couple of nice pieces of clothes, and they weren't nice, but they were like, you know, cool hoodies and things like that. And this moron stole my shit and then walked around wearing it. And I literally went up to him and I was like, "That's a nice fucking hoodie. Where'd you get it?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I picked this up." Blah blah. I'm like, "Really?" Because they sold it in South Florida in like 1990, whatever. Like it was, I knew it was mine. And I was like, and plus it's got a hole in the inside pocket. Did you know about that? And his eyes like went wide, and I was like, "Give me the fucking hoodie or that's it." And he was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I just grabbed the hoodie and I yanked it off of him in one motion and pushed him down. It was like I was a schoolyard bully. I don't mind betting for value here. Ace ball. I'm going to check it. Check the river. I just think this player is more prone to bluffing than calling me. He has to have a pair, so he needs like tens. Yeah, he's just got random. See, that's the thing. That's why I need to check there. Like it feels like punking out, but I need to check there so I can call a river bet. Because if I bet the turn and he continues, what do I do? I ended up losing what I was willing to lose trying online poker. It was more than I expected, but nonetheless what I was willing to lose. Not going to deposit again for a while, maybe after I get a new job. Well, you definitely want to have a source of income if, you know, you're going to be reloading. And, you know, it's like any form of, I don't like to call it gambling, but any form of investing. When you start out, you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? So don't use money that you can't afford to. And yeah, man. But you can definitely be a fan and you can still study. Pokercoaching.com, man. Get a free membership. You can study there. You can watch poker. You can watch me. You can ask questions. All that kind of shit. And you know what? It doesn't take much. So if you want to deposit, you know, $20 one day and just play super small, go ahead, man. Just get experience. But don't beat yourself up for going broke, man. I've gone broke many times. You know? And you're not supposed to win. Like, people think, like, they're supposed to sit down and just be good at something and win right away. You're not supposed to win right away. Like, you're legitimately supposed to lose for a good long period. And nobody breaks even, by the way. Every time I hear somebody say I'm a break-even player, I'm like, oh, you're a loser. Oh, yeah. because you lose forever, then you break even for about 30 seconds, and then you just win. Like you go from being a losing player to a winning player. There's no break even period. Definitely feeling good with the casual five tables here. You can't even afford to be homeless in New York for $900 a month. Yeah, but you got to remember this was also back in 2005, so that's definitely nine. If I paid $900 a month now for my rent, I would be very happy. The apartment that I'm in now, this complex, used to be less than my weekly by the month. So my like when me and my that same roommate moved into this apartment complex, we paid like 780 for the month versus the 900 that we paid for the fucking the monthly rental of a weekly apartment. And we had our own washer dryer, and we had each had our own bedroom and bathroom, and there was a nice living area, and there was a little dog park. Because I had my bulldog, and it was just such an upgrade. It was amazing. But over the years, it's gotten more and more expensive, and now this apartment complex is like $1,200 a month. 13, right? It's going up next month, right? 1,300 a month. Why am I getting raised here? You got it. I meant to raise bigger than this. River's the full. Yeah, could have bet it at any time. Didn't do it. I guess if I'm going to take that line, I shouldn't pay off the river. But no, that's not true because any pair nines and lower is going to bluff. He just so happened to make a full house. So no, that's fine. I should have the best hand there a lot. And he's going to bluff. That's fine. Small bet. I'll call one. You can have it. Well, yeah, it was a communal like laundry room, right? Like you paid quarters and shit. And yeah, I just walked away from my shit, and somebody just fucked with it. A lot of times we get it in here. Like this turn card's really good. For him to keep betting like this and then me to raise is kind of meh. So he should definitely be calling this bet a lot unless he's just complete airballing. Yeah, maybe he's complete airballing. Although there's too many cards in the river that kill my action. Like I'm not really worried about losing to the flush because that's not going to fold there, but I'm worried about the spade coming off and just killing my action. So I think the turn's the right time to raise. Jonathan Little has so much stuff on tournaments. Dude, he's got stuff on everything. Tournaments, cash. He's got stuff on even different kinds of tournaments. Bounty tournaments. Crazy shit. Goddamn shill. I'm not a shill. I don't have a sponsorship or anything. Caught his stream on Twitch. Yeah. He streams. He used to stream playing every week. But then ACR kicked him off. He talked too much shit about the site, and they kicked him off. And he even said, he's like, don't shit where you eat, because they don't have to let me play. And they just literally kicked him off the site because they didn't like how much he was talking about how their site's unregulated and it's not technically legal. And even though it's very unlikely, it could always happen that whoever's running it could decide, well, I'm going to keep everybody's balances and fuck them. And he always only kept 1 day's worth of play because he only played 1 day a week, which for him was like 10 grand. Some days it was like 20 grand for all the fucking tournaments he entered, but he never kept a balance. He always had people shuffling money through transfers for him. It was crazy, but it was really fun to watch him play on there. Same player. Well. Okay. Diamond's not bad. This is my issue with the diamond. The player behind me. God damn it. It's so funny because I was thinking, since this guy folded, if this guy bets again, I might be able to call here. Big bet. Such a dick move. Did he have the straight? Yeah. Yeah, the straight. Maybe I could have gotten more, but I wanted to do it quickly. The laugh. I love the laughing one. Going pretty well, I guess. A lot of backdoor potential, and this player really likes to bluff, so that's a queen ball. Hey, look, I got a royal draw. Well, I mean, I guess we just call, right? Oh, did you realize that a jack makes a straight? Put all your money in. Ooh, good play with a jack. That's my buddy. Remember I told you that's my friend. That's my friend over there. That's my friend who just gave me all his money. See why he's my friend? I told you he was my friend. Made a few adjustments that I think are working out well. It's kind of just more chill. Like just kind of letting the hands come to me. He probably got them so much business on ACR. Oh, he totally did. He totally did. But he wasn't an affiliate. He actually refused the affiliate thing, and would openly speak out about how don't listen to people who are being paid to, shill for a site because you can't trust their opinion. He's like, these people are getting paid to get you to sign up. So when they say it's safe and it's this, that, and the other, he's like, they're lying. He's like, the truth of the matter is this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And he would just be like, and he wasn't wrong, and it's all stuff that we know, but he was like saying the quiet part loud, which can be very upsetting for a business, Eh. Where does he play online now? I've seen him play some on what's the site? GG, but I haven't seen him play much online poker. I really haven't. Not since he got kicked off ACR. Like, I guess he's in New York, so I guess he could drive to Jersey and play on WSOP, which I think he did for the World Series, the online stuff. But he's mostly, I think, playing live. He doesn't play for a living anymore, man. He makes, Jonathan Little has a history. He spent like 10 years at the Bellagio playing 12 hours a day. Playing 5100, well, 2040 up to 5100 for like 10 years at the Bellagio. Basically, that's how he made his money. And then now he does the poker coaching site and all like that. And he's got some huge wins, but his tournaments are usually live, bigger buy-in tournaments. Like he had a just now I'm hearing the laughing thing, but I saw it come up in chat. But yeah, so he doesn't play much online poker anymore. He doesn't play poker for a living anymore. But god damn it, he could if he wanted to. Guy's fucking insane. Like basically more robot than Doug Polk. And Doug Polk is a GTO robot. That's a pretty good card. Not that I'm not vulnerable. I mean, this bet's just too small for me. So I'm just going to kick it up a little. Look at this set of fours. I mean, it's a limped pot. Anybody can have anything. This bet's too small. I should have made it like 60. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's too small. It looks too strong. I fucked that up. I didn't look at the size of the pot before I calculated the bet. So now this player check calls, then leads the turn. You must have the most chiseled goddamn jawline under that beard where you chew ice. I do have a pretty good jaw. I'm just going to check this. Look at this quads. I guess we just bet the river, right? I mean, he's got to have something, right? Like a jack or whatever. No call. All right. Leading the turn and then calling my raise is fucking amazing. Love this. Got paid off there. Yeah, I've just always had that compulsion to chew ice. It kind of goes along with biting my nails. I've always had that one too. Although you're only hearing it now more because my ice maker that makes the nice soft ice broke. So I need to get a new one. So this is gas station ice, which is like fucking rocks. Although last time I went to the dentist, they were like, well, doesn't seem to be affecting your teeth, so chew on. Fairly good genetics. My brother got the shitty genetics with the teeth. He was in braces for God since before high school till after high. Like he had them for like 6 years. He had braces. I remember one summer he spent a lot of time at friends' houses sleeping over, and I guess he wouldn't brush his teeth on those nights. So before school, we had our dentist appointment before school at the end of the summer. And we went in, and the doctor was, or the dentist was like, okay, Josh, you look pretty good. You're going to have to sit here. Send your mother in. So I call my mother in, and she goes, okay. He goes, okay, we're going to have to talk about Aaron. Aaron has 17 cavities. I was like, and I'm standing right there. And I was like 8 years old, and I remember literally thinking, what the fuck? Look at this, quads again. I remember literally as an 8-year-old thinking, what the fuck, 17? And he had to have a couple pulled and have crowns put on and all this kind of stuff. And come on, pay me off. I just fucked with you. Pay me off again. All in, sweet. Queen 9, no good, bro. I have quads. That's my buddy. That's my friend. The betting structure only works because I just raised the guy on his turn lead and just fucked with him. Go ahead. I like setting that up. Those raised check folds. I like setting those up. I'm just doing it with the weaker hands, which nobody's really catching on to yet. But when I smash those flops, the check raises just come out of nowhere. Come on, buddy, reload. Ooh, aces. The three-way pot is pretty good. I think I got the most I could get there. Did I really just have all those small pairs? Yeah, threes, threes, fours. It all played out the same way. I tried to flop a set and missed 3 times. Then he just bet huge and whatever. Yeah, 17 cavities in a summer. He got them basically over the course of like 3 months. Because we went to the dentist like 4 times a year. Our dentist was my dad's a pediatrician, so he treated the dentist's kids, and the dentist treated me and my brother. I'm pretty sure for nothing. Dr. McNutt. He was a great doctor. But yeah, 17. He even did my brother's orthodontia later. And he filed my tooth right there. I got into a fight in middle school and chipped that tooth. And it was one of those things where it was a funny story. I actually called my mother at work because I had gotten in the fight the day before. And I called my mother when she was, she wasn't work. She didn't work. But she was doing something. And I called her from home saying my mouth's bleeding. And she's like, how long has your mouth been bleeding? And I've been like 24 hours. And she's like, holy shit. And I didn't tell her about the fight, obviously. And when she gets home, we had an emergency appointment with Dr. McNutt. It was after his hours. And she was just looking at my mouth. She says, yeah, it's just mouth's bleeding. I don't know what's going on. And so I go in there and he dries everything out and he finds that there's a cut on the tip of my tongue. And he says, did anything happen to your mouth or something like that? And I was like, well, I got into a fight yesterday. And he goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. He goes, what's going on is your tooth. Why is this bet so big? He goes, your tooth, that's a bad runner. Yeah, I knew it was a bad runner. I knew he was betting huge on the flush draw, but I just couldn't decide if it was the front or the back door. But he makes a pair and a backdoor flush draw. So I knew he wasn't folding if I raised, but I just kind of had to wait and see. So it was either a heart or a spade. If either one of those comes off, I just kind of have to grimace and call. Why couldn't it be an ace, man? That would have been nice. But anyway, so he goes, yeah. He's like, your tooth. right here is super sharp, and he actually took a like a little dental thing, and he's like, check this out, and he ran it on the tooth, and the tooth cut right through it. And he was like, so I'm just gonna file this down. He's like, just take a deep breath. I take a deep breath, and he goes, okay, don't breathe, and he just goes meow meow meow, and just filed it right down, and I just spit out the fucking the filings, and that's kind of a big bet. Let's check raise, and it was all good, and I still have the shape and the indent right there. And I remember going to a dentist years later, and he was like, "Oh, what happened here?" I was like, "Oh, I got no fight as a kid." And he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Is that have a problem with the tooth?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I was just kind of curious." Like you can't even really see it, you know. You get really close, you can see this little chip off the tooth, but it doesn't fuck up my smile or anything. That's crazy. Yeah, no, it was 17 cavities. I think he was about 12. No, wait a minute, let me think. He must have been about 13 years old, so I would have been 11. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, he was either 13 or 14. I was 11 or 12. Yeah. I thought I was younger, but no, because that was that summer. Wait a minute. He might have been 12. I might have been 10. But yeah. Yeah, it was definitely like we were still in middle school, so yeah, it wasn't even like he was 17. And it's funny because after that, like any good kid would, he learned his lesson, and he got a water pick, and just was so obsessed with his teeth always. But he always got cavities. He always had to have the orthodonture and shit like that. I was never very good about brushing my teeth. To this day, I just I don't do it twice a day like I should. And I do it on average probably I probably do it 7 or 8 times a week, but not like twice a day like clockwork. Like I tend to not do it before I go to sleep. But and I've only had a few cavities in my life, and nothing really no real major issues. This player's leading, and he's got to be leading the flush draw. My problem is I don't have too much showdown, so I'm gonna let it go. I mean, he could have just flopped me dead, but I don't think I can fold the flop for one bet. It's kind of stupid when you see a player leading out at that board, but it's fine. Do I eat sugar? If not, that's why I don't have problems with teeth. I was always a, fat kid, so I ate everything, but I wasn't much of a candy, kind of kid. Like I liked, cake and shit like that. If I was gonna have sweets, it was gonna be like ice cream or cake, like stuff that doesn't stay on your teeth. So that makes sense. I had a friend who was a real sugar fiend, and he basically had all of his teeth replaced at a very young age. And it's just the kind of thing that you can really fuck up. But yeah, but I've also always been a diet soda drinker, and supposedly that's like, well, I guess it's regular Coke, right? You always see that science project where it's like they soak their baby teeth, right? You soak it in milk, or you soak it in water, or in Coke or whatever, and the Coke tooth always like fucking dissolves in like a like a fucking day or two. But yeah, I guess the artificial sweeteners wouldn't be as bad as like sugar for your teeth. Although if there was one thing I could go back and do, it would be to never have my first soda, just because it's like it's such a caffeine dependency. It's kind of ridiculous. Like it's that thing where I need caffeine to feel okay, but I don't ever get a buzz off caffeine anymore. I actually have a like a those box wine things, right, that have the little spigot. I have one of those for energy drinks. And it's like a shot of it is like 150 milligrams of caffeine. They're meant to be like 5-hour energy shots, but it's actually stronger than that. I only do them like a half shot, so I get like 75 milligrams of caffeine like 2 or 3 times a day. Stop texting me, Uber. I am not going to drive for you. Oh my god. I mean, this is kind of meh. I probably should have 3-bet it pre-flop, but whatever. The main adjustment that I've made is I'm not trying too hard to wrestle for pots, you know what I'm saying? And I find it to be working out well. So there's definitely enough money here to go for a set. This player's got, 14 behind. This guy's got, he'll have 12-ish, 12 11 and a half behind. So it's definitely worth it for this min raise 3-bet. I mean, obviously if we get 4-bet, it really sucks, but that usually never happens in this site. Even when somebody's got aces, it doesn't happen. Player limp called out of first. Like, we're just all on pairs. So, I don't mind that. I mean, if this guy he should never just let that pass. Like, this is just an instigator. Like, people don't realize you need to do this when you want to get raised. But people do it to like, well, let me find out where I'm at. You could do that by checking, bro. You didn't have to waste the fucking 2 blinds. Like, it's really kind of... like a super bad play. But if you do that, if you ever like had like a 9 there, go ahead and make that same bet into the player who 3-bet and watch him fucking re-raise, and then just jam on him and watch him roll over pocket aces or kings and just, crack him all day long. Leading out's actually stronger there if you lead out for super small to instigate, because so few people know that move. Yeah, like this player's just leading everything. It's just really bad. I'm going to check. A little headache. Like, this isn't the same thing, right? This is a limped pot. So this can be a draw, this can be a 10, this can be a 9, this can literally be anything. Limp, limp, I raise, cold call. I don't think we fold yet. It's the cold call behind that's really the problem. Alright, you want to bet half pot, you can have it. I'm going to check this now. Alright, that's not the worst. I mean, if it goes check to the river, I can call a bet. I don't think I want to bet the turn here. Do I? I'm going to go for a small bet. That's not bad. The call here is kind of meh. I may have to block this river. 10 on the river. I'm going to check it. This guy may bluff, although he can have a lot of kings. Wow, you called me with jacks? You really shouldn't do that. Although, good check by him by not bluffing, because I was definitely calling. Like, my range definitely fit with a call. It's kind of interesting. It really shows you the power of position right there. I'm going to go ahead and bet this one kind of small. I'm trying to make it look like I have a 5. This player didn't c-bet, so he doesn't have much often. He either has it all or he has nothing, so I kind of get through here. I think on this river I just have to bet so I don't lose to like a 3. Yeah. You just don't want to lose to a 3, right? Like, he should have a flush draw a lot, but sometimes he has a flush draw that hit a 7 on the river, so you don't want to lose to that. Another set. That river's kind of rough. Yeah, it's going pretty good, Maz. Yeah, this 9's not worth much. I mean, it's okay if I can get 2 pair or better on the river. But not for that much. Not for a pot size bet. What time is it? It's like 5.
I have Leah coming around between 7 and 9, I'm sure.
Oh, I forgot she was coming out.
Oh, God.
Choochie's awake. There's a Choochie emote. Choochie emote in chat right now. It's Choochie.
Second, don't you start. Oh. Did you hear it on your stream?
I don't know if they can hear them, but I mean, I heard them in my ears. Usually what I can hear, they can hear. Just a lot quieter. I guess we'll find out in about 4 minutes. I'm going to check that.
I really hate that they ever started making these share two.
Oh, I just grabbed what... Is that what that was? I didn't even realize.
The regular size one, they should never veer from that.
Well, they're trying to run a company.
This more is better concept just doesn't always work for me.
I mean, that's not like 2 full Snickers in there, though.
No, because it would be if they elongated it and made it thinner. They made it thicker and shorter.
Oh, they did?
2 of them.
Huh.
This is much thicker than a regular
Is it?
size Snickers, yeah.
Huh.
You know, remember I did my research on Snickers.
It's just extensive research on the Snicker Foundation.
I had a 3-a-day habit.
Should get $1.50 a day Snicker habit, man. I don't know if we can...
It was the only thing saving me at MGM at one point.
Oh, yeah, those were stress Snickers for sure.
And I determined for myself that the best Snickers is just the regular size Snickers. The bite size, you never,
Those are just
you might
annoying.
not, you might not get a peanut. You know what I mean? You get like half a peanut. The fun size,
It's not fun for anybody.
those can be okay.
Those are good Halloween candy.
Yeah.
As a kid, I like those, yeah.
Those are okay. Those can hit the spot. Then you got the regulars. We love those. Those are the absolute favorite. As you know, there's guaranteed to be at least 16 peanuts in every regular size Snickers.
Wow. My wife has facts. That's why we know that it is the best, because you're guaranteed at least. But is it about peanuts? Because you can just buy peanuts. I mean,
No, it's the ratio. It's the
ratio
of nugget to caramel.
Hey, watch
to
the language.
Peanut to chocolate. It's got to be balanced like this. There's too much chocolate and nugget. Like, I'm not getting. Where's my caramel and peanut?
It's another word that's not a slur that sounds like a slur when you say it. Too much nugget. Goddamn nuggets, get a job. It just sounds bad.
I just want. You lose the crunch. You lose the essence of the Snicker.
Wow.
In when they fuck with the sizes.
Apparently. Didn't know Snickers had an essence.
Bruh. Snickers definitely has an essence.
Okay.
I just realized how high everything I just said.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Look for this on TikTok.
Oh Lord. That's so not fair. I be forgetting.
Everything is media. Everything is content.
That was terrible. Oh, that was a good bite.
It's the play-by-play for me.
No, it was a good bite because...
Taking a break from ACR. Yeah, man, I've been focusing on cash games for 3 weeks or so. Just kind of got like bummed in tournaments. You kind of got to play what you want to play, and I just have not been feeling it with tournaments. I want to play tournaments, but I want to get to that point where I'm like dying to play tournaments again. Oh, I could hear Chuchi on stream. I just heard it.
And now he's in the room.
Yep.
Trying to figure out how
See
he's
the
gonna
floating Chuchi heads?
Yeah.
My emote wall.
Now he's trying to figure out how to get what's in my mouth into his.
That's what I do.
In the end, that Snickers did hit a spot.
Well, some would say it really satisfies. Walked right into that one, baby.
That was a good one. It really satisfies.
Should write him a letter. Apparently they nailed that slogan.
Write him a letter and be like, hey, I think Snickers is gonna become a thing.
It's gonna become a thing. It's like the cookies from the other night. In a moment of unbelievable highness, Courtney was appreciating that she had baked cookies, and she was like, "These cookies are really something." They're like that, and I was like, "Yeah, maybe that'll catch on." You know, small cakes, like you don't have to make a whole cake. You know, that's pretty good.
Oh, now you're talking about them. Now I want them, and all we have is a fucking edible cookie dough.
Yeah, that's a weird thing that came up. Grabbed a tub of cookie dough, and apparently you can't bake it. You can only eat it.
I guess. No, I kind of want to take a nap. I was gonna say what? I was gonna say I should go. Pick up my weed and pick up some cookie dough. But I want to take a nap before Leah. I'm tired. I got mom in and out of here in like 3 hours.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And she moves around like a fucking spastic. She moves a lot.
She literally is my worst client. I hate doing my mom's nails. I hate doing my mom's nails.
Whoa.
I told her I hate doing her nails. She gave me $120 today.
She gave you what?
$120?
Was she making up for past sets or something? Yeah, oh yeah, she had them nails on layaway.
And she's like, I said I wanted to give you $130, and then she pulled up her account. She's like, ooh, can I give you $120? I was like, yeah. And I was like, whatever you want to give me, you can give me. And she gave me $120.
That's good.
And cause she understands, she is my worst client. I hate doing her nails.
It's so bad.
And yet I do them so well.
Yeah.
But
once you figured out her hands, yeah.
Yeah, the last 2 sets have been perfect. You should see this set on her hand right now.
Oh, I will.
It is perfection. And there was 2 broken ones. I don't know. But she holds a terrible hand. She's bouncing all over the place. She talks the whole time.
Yeah.
But my mom talks with her hands.
Yeah. Excessively.
Oh.
She's like an Italian grandmother.
Her and Katie, I have to like...
Really?
Oh my god. Katie talks with her hands so intensely. And she jerks.
Huh.
You know, she does like this.
Yeah.
And so her hand is like... And then, you know, it's like the tiniest fucking hand.
Yeah.
And so it's just like bouncing around, and I'm trying to work on this tiny little nail, and she's bouncing around. I'm just like, Katie. She's like, oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna turn this way. Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet for a second. Thanks. See, she's at least acknowledging it and apologetic about it. My mother is just like, well, I don't know. I'm relaxed. I don't know what to tell you, Courtney. This is your problem. I am relaxed. Like,
I hear her say it. I've heard her say it 900 times. She's relaxed, but I can see the veins in her neck.
Right? I'm like, oh my god. I said, Mom, you are so tense that even in your relaxed state, you refuse to let anybody control you in any capacity. You will not let me move your fingers.
There's a black woman in America. You know, tell her to get in the back of the bus.
I told her, I was like, maybe next time we get you drunk.
Oh, that does not sound like a productive.
And then that's what she said. She was like, that's probably not a good idea.
That's gonna be worse. I mean.
You know, but she'll relax. Not drunk. Maybe just get her a couple shots.
Oh. Wine puts your mother down.
By the way, she's sending over a big bottle of...
Earlier you were talking about Jonathan Little and Polk playing like robots. If that's so, why doesn't everyone just play GTO? Well, the concept of GTO is not 100%. Like it's known as game theory optimal. Basically, Blades, GTO is a starting point. Then you have to make the exploitative adjustments depending on who you're playing against. And you have to understand that if players could play perfectly GTO, then the game would essentially be solved. But there's human error, and there's facts that we can't play because there's certain spots where, maybe you raise here a 30% of the pot 28% of the time, and then you bet half the pot 62% of the time, and then you check 10% of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can implement that, so you have to come up with implementable strategies, and there's adjustments, and the players you're playing against. But GTO is not there to make you money. It's only there to break you even. GTO is basically knowing your players, the opponent's tendencies. The way I heard it summed up was like playing rock, paper, scissors. There's only so many actions you can take. And if you throw rock every time, you're going to win a third of the time until your opponent notices you're only ever throwing rock. Then they're going to start to throw paper. Then you start adjusting and throwing scissors. Then they're going to throw rock. And then you just base tendencies off of past action. So even a computer playing perfectly GTO is beatable because the computer doesn't know how to adjust to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a blueprint on how to win poker. It's a starting point.
Holy shit! I just totally understood that.
Yeah, because I explained it.
No, that's not always the case.
No, you just high and don't
No,
listen.
but that made me. Wow, that was a really good analogy.
I feel like Little does a decent job of learning into exploitative play and understanding player tendencies. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, those are the adjustments you have to make. Am I really supposed to... I mean, this player can definitely have a deuce, but I don't think we want to stop betting. Just because a lot of players call on the flop with anything. I think we check the river and try to get bluffed. Sometimes he has a pair of fives here, too, and we lose. But... He may have had something like the ace-3 of hearts, too. That's a good kind of read. 5-6. He had a 5, so he may have called me on the river, although I can't imagine this player... maybe he's just feeling loose today. I'm surprised I got paid. I really am. I also thought, well, I didn't think he had that much. If he's calling me with a 5 twice, like a 6 isn't good for him because I can just have the overpair. I mean, there's backdoor draws, but once the jack hits, it's like, why are you... I guess he just put me on ace-king. Yeah, oh no, he absolutely does a good job of it. And the phrase that I like Jonathan Little that he uses all the time is implementable GTO strategy. Because you can't... People aren't computers. Even if you memorize everything, but nobody can memorize all situations. And we just had an example a couple months ago of Doug Polk showing how good he was at doing that and putting in the work and the solvers and because people were going back and watching his streams and going, okay, the solver right here says you should bet 30% of the time. Then they would watch him bet 30% of the pot 30% of the time and blah, blah, blah. It was really close to spot on. There were very few strays from GTO strategy. And that was a definite winner against Daniel because Daniel transitioned into a GTO strategy before the heads-up match. I tend to think he would have done better if he hadn't done that. But coming up against Doug Polk, you kind of you need all the ammo that you can get. So he knew he was one of the best heads-up players that ever lived, and he just made it his mission to beat Daniel, and he did it. But hey, bud, sorry something came up. Good to see you've been doing well. All good. All good.
It's funny how now I can view poker as a sport.
I don't view it as a sport.
I know you don't, but like I can see. I mean, it's not athletic.
Right.
But I guess maybe it's the strategy part, the game part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That game aspect where you're watching someone try to,
See, I wonder
beat another person.
Yeah. I wonder how you define a game versus a sport, because to me it's always seemed like more of a game because of the strategy. Sports are always more athletic. You know what I mean? Like to me that defines a sport, Because you can take a big guy, who's really, in great shape and all like that and put him in basketball, football or whatever. There'll be some coordination things, but he can block somebody playing football, from day one, But you put that same guy in a game situation where there's strategy and game theory involved and things like that.
Well, a lot of
Even smart people don't have an advantage.
a lot of sports involve a lot of strategy and game theory.
Oh yeah.
People don't realize, you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
But I think that's why it gets blurred with poker. Because although there's not much athleticism, which can be debatable in live tournament play,
Yeah.
there's a lot of athleticism and stamina needed for that.
Well, yeah. Well, just
So-
any long session. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
So, I mean, you couple that, and then with now how poker is, where there's a lot more strategy involved.
Yeah.
I feel like just when I met you like 10 years ago, there definitely wasn't. It wasn't as intense. The whole GTO thing was like.
Yeah. It was not a common phrase.
Yeah.
The term game theory optimal I had heard, but it was always in relation to chess, and because I read the chess books to kind of think about how to think about poker, but the concept of a GTO strategy wasn't there. People would say I'm a feel player or I'm a
Right.
math player.
Right.
Like they wouldn't say.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that just it coming along to where it is now.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about it and how play is and with the different, I won't say professionals, I'll say famous ones.
Pretty much all the famous people are professionals.
I struggle with that term.
I don't like the term. I've never liked it. And
So with those ones, it's like, alright.
That's
I've
why I
always
refuse
enjoyed watching it, but
that's why you refuse to play PLO, because I read it's a solved game. No. Limit Hold'em, I would say, is solved. I don't think PLO is solved. The reason why you hear the theory that PLO is a solved game is because the advantages and the variances run so close together. Like in Hold'em, you can get it in at many points throughout the hand and be an 80 to 90% favorite. You can't do that unless you have the actual nuts with removal cards for the other person's draw in your hand in a PLO on the turn. That situation's not going to come up much. In poker, you can get it in aces versus kings and you're 81% to win if you cover his suits. And that's just a fact. There's just way too many combinations of PLO. So they call it solved because we know the correct actions to take at certain times. But then again, there's guys like Jungleman and there's guys like, Isildur and all those who take it to such an excessively high level because they refuse to believe that it's solved. They do believe that hands with the same equities in the same situations should be played differently. And when you think that way, it's through experience is how you gain that. You realize that sometimes some equities mathematically are not true equities because of the tendency of the other players on the cards they're playing. Versus the deck, yes, you might have the right percentage. Versus what players will actually have in their hand to get to that point, you're going to be way off. No limit hold'em is nowhere near solved. Nowhere near solved. Nobody's suggesting that. Limit hold'em is solved because of the fixed betting amounts. You really can't solve a game where the betting amounts can be one chip to every chip in front of you, because you'd have to have a solution for every single bet along the way, for every single card, every single combination, every single hand you could hold, every single hand the other player could hold. It just gets into like a mole worth of combinations. There's just no way. So no limit is not solved by any means. Just putting in to solvers, it only allows for usually 3 actions: checking or 2 different bets, or you can go check, bet, fold. But when you make the actions betting 1/3 pot or betting 1/4 pot or betting half pot, the solver comes up with different answers for each one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it can say you're supposed to bet here 70% of the time, but if you give it options on the breakdown, it'll find why you should be betting certain amounts more or certain amounts less. So, like, this is a good GTO example right here. I have ace king in the small blind on 2 tables, well, in the big blind over here, and I raised from the small blind over here with 6 limpers, and then c-bet the flop, check turn, and now we just lose to a pair. On this one, I decided to check it pre-flop with the same number of players because of player tendency and where they're coming from. These first three players, it was more these players over here. So even things like this are just such different variants, and that's the difference in percentage-wise what you do with ace-king. If no limit hold'em were solved, there would be a definitive answer of what you should do in this situation all the time, but there isn't. There's a percentage answer. 60% of the time you should 3-bet, 40% of the time you shouldn't. And we just saw two examples right next to each other where they were presented where one was good to do and one wasn't because of player position and player tendency.
Very well explained, honey.
Yeah. This is the stuff that, remember I always say that the guys walking around by the airport muttering to themselves, they're not homeless, they're just poker players. That's why. It's because eventually you learn all this stuff and you go, well, fucking nothing that I know matters. You just keep grinding
You
on.
also could have just said thank you.
I could also say, go fuck yourself, make me a sandwich. What's your point? See, this marriage isn't solved either. There's variables.
We're very no limit
It's a very no-limit marriage. And being pan and poly, it's like the World Series of marriage. It's kind of... There's a lot of competitors, and it's a zero-sum game. There's no qualifiers. You kind of just got to buy in with your life points. There's a lot of similarities. Some people, Brooke just got a bad beat. Video games are kind of a sport. I agree with that. Esports, yeah, because the decision making you need to make is on the fly. It's kind of like what you have to do in basketball. True, but then again, we also see people coming in saying, how are you playing 12 tables at once profitably? Somebody said that they wanted to track my APM, my actions per minute. That's something they do in Dota and what's the other one? The big one in Japan, League of Legends, where they track their APM, their actions per minute. Where literally, and I watch Hearthstone streams where there's a guy, NL Crip, who I can never move my hand as fast as he can manipulate his mouse. And it's like he has to know all the strategy, and there are points in the game where he's got to take 40 actions in 20 seconds, and it's like, I can't keep up. 40, no, it's like 60. And I cannot keep up. No matter how good I get, he's more talented with that. Can I get faster if I practice and do certain things he does?
And that's why it's considered a sport.
Right. That would be considered a sport, but it is a strategy thing. If you gave him all the time in the world... But
there's strategy in every sport.
No, I didn't say there wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that as far as physical attributes go and advantages go, poker doesn't have many. Neither does esports, but there are things like hand-eye coordination and,
I say now because of the strategy that's involved, I now consider poker a sport.
See, I would think if...
I didn't consider it a sport before.
I would think seeing an athletic component to it, for me, makes it a sport. This kind of sucks because we're going to see a flush here about 40% of the time. So what do I got? 678, 172. Yeah, I got to be right. 1 and 4. Yeah, he's got the flush. That's fine. Just had to go by the price. Because it is a good spot to raise with just a 6. Although having 2 6s is kind of meh for my situation. But then again, the player didn't take any aggressive action at any point. So he could have even had a 2 pair. Yeah, I'll raise one of these. Why not?
I can't get the opening to squigglies out of my head.
My dreams are all dead buried.
No, okay, that's not the one.
Or the banjo, you mean? This is kind of weird.
The one with Meatwad.
Oh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Thank you.
Meet Zula, Spike Ruler, old Tula. You want a drink? I'll bring it to you. Fry like I'm a cop and I'm a Taurus. Sick play, bro. Bottom pair, hit 2 pair. Yeah, get it in. That's a good move. Yeah, I have straight. Bye. That's my friend again. You guys remember? That's my friend. I was 10 minutes into the stream and I said, see this guy? He's going to be my friend all day. And I busted him like 3 times. That's my friend over there.
He has asked if 9 will be too late. I told her no, that's cool. So she probably won't be here till about 9:30 or 10.
What about that one guy that had almost every situation solved? I think he was a Russian, got exposed by his roommates on 2+2. You're talking about years ago. You're talking about years ago, man. The game has changed. That's the other thing, too. The game's dynamic. Like, we used to bet 3/4 pot on a standard C bet. It used to be a pot-sized bet on a standard C bet. Now it's getting to the point where it's getting smaller and smaller. I think the standard is going to be quarter pot. I mean, it already is in 3-bet pots. But, you know, at this point, we're at about a third pot bet. So you're talking about years ago. I know who you're talking about, too. But he didn't solve shit. He had general theory that worked well against the masses. It really wasn't solving. It was general statistics, which back in the day was the key to life, for poker. But yeah, I know who you're talking about. But anytimes, and that's the other thing too. Let's say he does have a solution for every single situation. Okay, let's go that far. How are you going to use it? How are you going to sit there and be able to, at a moment's notice, know that when you 3-bet pre-flop with ace queen and get called by the cutoff, and the player leads into you or check raises you, and then they bet this much of their pot. Like, even if you had this infinite solver knowledge, what are you going to go through? Like a filing system that has every answer in it? No, it's not implementable. That's why we talk about implementable strategies. Make me a sandwich is a positive EV move, somebody said.
What did that just play?
It's yeah.
Oh.
It's like 5 minutes behind.
Oh, okay.
Technically.
Wow, I feel like that was like 30 minutes ago. Make me a sandwich is a what play?
He says it's a positive EV move.
Oh.
Technically, it's reverse implied odds because it's going to go badly for you quite a bit if that's your attitude. You may get the sandwich sometimes, but you ain't getting no pleasure.
Listen,
You gotta give and take. If you want a sandwich more, go for it.
This is why I married him, ladies and gentlemen. He's a very smart man.
This is kind of interesting. I think sometimes I win here, but not often enough. That's my other problem with I'm hearing the playback of you saying, I say it's a sport, blah, blah. I think people regard sports more than games. They think games are trivial. I think people give more respect to a game or to a sport, and it's like, why?
It's just because the game, that word is associated with a lot of jovial, juvenile type things. Not jovial, juvenile.
Really?
Yeah, like the...
Oh, look at this. 2-outed me. I 2-outed him right back. That's hilarious. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So I've always taken games very seriously.
Yeah, you're fucking weird, bro.
Well, I wasn't athletic, so I got good at games.
I feel like more... What are you growling?
I don't think you can call poker a sport. It would be like calling card counting a sport.
No.
I see his point.
No, I don't. That's stupid.
Well, there's a strategy to it. Whereas craps dice manipulation could be a sport. Ah, okay, that's a good analogy. Because, yeah, if you guys haven't ever seen it, look up The Dice Dominator. It's a great documentary on a guy who actually learned how to control dice and throw them to whatever he wanted. He would set the dice a certain way and throw them. He eventually got banned at every casino, and they tried to fucking press charges on him because he just fucking destroyed casinos' craps games for years. But even when he admitted what he was doing, he was doing legal rolls, but he was able to control them. So he never got in trouble, but he got banned from every casino. Like that's the end game for the casino. If they can't arrest you, then they can just say, okay, we can't play here.
Well, I disagree with card counting being a sport.
Right, but it's also not a game either because it's not really
Right.
a strategy to beat a game within its rules. It's cheating. You know, it's advantage play, I guess you could say. So, I mean, I don't give a fuck if people do it. Fuck casinos, but shit, Matt, you know who it's a sport for or who it's a game for? Ben Affleck, because he got thrown out of Planet Hollywood over here a couple years ago for card counting.
Oh, shit.
And that's a guy who doesn't need the money. So for him, yes, that is a game or a sport. Yes.
The reminder text just came in for the boys' appointment tomorrow.
Yeah, I got it on my.
2:40.
Yeah. That's a bad card. Ooh, there's another table. Ah, waiting list.
Sorry about that. Can you approve that message that came through from Amazon? Did you get a text? I know. Thank you. Do you like your nails? I'm gonna need you to get physical.
I think we just keep betting small here.
That's crazy, right? Well, I'm glad you're warming up. Love you, baby. Bitch, I don't care. You're cold. Alright.
It's an interesting flop. See, this is what I was waiting on. I don't know if he's on the draw or the pair, so these small bets kind of work. When he's on a good hand, he's just gonna jam. So we can give it up. Really? Do you have an 8? Problem is he could have made a king on the river. I think I have to call it though. Yeah, he made the king on the river. Fucking knew it. Like, he's gonna make that pretty much that same bet. It was just a little bit bigger than I would have expected for the king on the river. And he shouldn't be betting the river with that king either. Like, he should just be checking that one because I've already checked. He could just check and take the showdown. He went for bad value there because I should only be on the draw and not be able to call him unless I can beat him. It's a very rare situation that I have a 10 that can call. The king's a bad card, yeah. Little bad run there. But if it goes bad in the short term, it'll be better in the long term because you'll no longer have to spend money on her, which makes it a positive EV in the long run.
Oh my gosh. I like your thinking.
Marriage solved. Got it. Solved.
Oh, that's funny. Damn it, I forgot to measure. How long do you think that my nail table is, my black nail table?
I don't know. I haven't seen it enough, really. I imagine it's 6 feet. No, maybe. No, maybe it's 5.
It fit in the car.
Well, I don't know how it fit in the car, but it might be 5 feet. I honestly don't know.
What do you think the inside width of the car is? From driver's window to passenger window.
I'd call that 5 feet. Maybe a little more. So, I think I need to go pee. So I'm going to sit out the next hand. I will be right back. And I'm going to play something for you guys here. Mute that. Let's see. What should we play? Let's jump into this one. So desktop on. Yeah. We'll just jump ahead on this
It's
one.
the nuts or nothing. Nothing. What's more likely?
I'll be right back.
Exactly the king of diamonds with an overbet? Or no diamond? Pretty good, huh?
But just part of it. Only because my vulva is the size of a baseball right now. Or my uvula, not the vulva. The vulva's in the vagina. Thank you, Leo. I gotta head to work. Have a good stream, Mama. Love you. Thank you, Shadowy. Love the voice, but these aren't irony. These are examples of unfortunate events. Yeah. I don't think she knew the definition of irony, bless her heart. I'm famous by osmosis? Osmosis? I don't know what that means. I love you, Kwai.
Alright, no 4. That kind of sucks. It's a 4-way pot. I think I kind of like setting up the barrel. So I'm going to bet the flop. Like, that's my biggest problem is the guy in the blind. Like, sometimes we're getting trapped, but kind of, you know, it's hard for somebody to flop trips, so. This player usually just has one pair. I'm going to check the turn and bet the river. I mean, this guy's taking a long time. Should I just go bet, bet, bet? My problem is here. If I go bet, 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 then I have to bet way too big. I'm going to check and bet all rivers. I think, especially if this guy checks, I'm just going to bet all rivers. Okay. It's a big bluff. All right. Got past the real volatile one. Yeah. Bet, check, bet. How you like that? Some tempo in a 3-way pot. I like that. I like that. I like that. Nice move. Nice move. We can't raise. I spun my way in. I did it. Look at that. Look at that. For $1.71, I'm in the 1650 30K. How you like me now? Hey, we're in the cash. I spun my way in. I spun my way into this thing. Red felt hype. I spun my way in for $1.71, and we have cash so far for $33. Talk about an ROI. All right, it's not the worst flop in the world. Kind of depends what this guy does. He's from the U.S., so I expect a C-bet on all flops. How about the queen or jack of spades? Queen of spades is pretty good. I'm going to check here. If he checks, I'm definitely going to bomb the river. And that might be a little bit too big, but I think it's okay. We're not getting him off a king. We're trying to get him off a queen. No fear. No fear. No fear. I like that hand. Here's what I'm going to do. Because I think... Well, we're getting some tables up. I'm going to kill the biggest ones, so... You know what? I'm going to kill all these. I'm going to do a little Hearthstone break, because I've got way too much money on the table. Didn't realize I was doing as good. I'm up 5 buy-ins, so that's nice. But yeah, play a game of Hearthstone and do the rat hole, and then see where we're at. Dana White got banned as well for winning too much. What a scumbag! How dare he win? I remember that story about Dana White getting banned. I think it was from. I think he was at the Win, and he was playing some high limit game. He didn't get banned for winning too much. That was one of his publicity things. Like, his story is he got banned for winning too much. If I remember correctly, they were talking about his actions during the game, and even though the casino's there to serve you and all like that, they still have to keep certain procedures going. Otherwise, they have gaming violations. They can get fined by the state. They can actually face criminal charges if a dealer, fucks up and does whatever. And I seem to remember he had some kind of improper actions on the, I think it was a Pai Gow table, actually, that he got in shit for. Like, he wanted to change the bet and this, that, and the other, and you can't just raise and lower limits all the time, and you can only keep them in certain, parameters. Like, if, the table can take a bet of like 100,000, you can't bet $5 all of a sudden, and you have to change the table and the rack and everything else. And he was just being a generalized jackass. The more you win, the more casinos want you to play there, because they will get it all back. I mean, like, if you told a casino this guy wants to bet the moon, but he's never going to leave, they would never kick him out. They would wait until you own the casino before they could stop dealing to you. Demons, Dragons, Mechs, Murlocs. I like playing this one. Yeah, so he definitely didn't get kicked out for winning too much. That's never been the case at any casino. If they thought you were cheating, if they thought you were doing whatever, but I think he was just being an utter jackass. And, like, fucking with game procedure, which you don't do. Doesn't matter who you are. Stuff like he didn't want the cards. There was one part of the thing I remember reading about where he said he didn't want the cards shuffled at some point, and it's like, you can't not shuffle the cards. Like, he wanted the decks just like cut and restacked, and it was like they had a mucker there to reshuffle, and he was saying that it was because it was an annoying sound, so they took the cards to another table, shuffled them, reloaded the shoe, and brought it back, and then changed the shoe. But he didn't want the shoe changed, and it was like, well, you can't shuffle on a different table and bring the cards back. That's, you can't carry loose cards from one table to another. It's just not allowed. What are you growling at, Sarge? Look at Chooch, babe. He's hanging off the bed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna level here.
What is wrong with you?
Am jerk. Oh, it really looks like he's gonna fall. Choochie.
Chooch.
Huh? That was the most I've ever seen.
Choochie, scoot up.
Just calling to you.
Come here, Choochie. Hey,
Sergeant.
Choochie does not want your bone. Calm down.
Everybody wants my bone.
Choochie was just waking up.
Yeah.
Look, now you almost fell. Take your damn bone and go on. Doing the most. Choochie. Chooch. He must be fine.
Mm. That's not bad. So we got started this game at about 5:40. Sergeant, leave Chuchi alone. Have any dragons? This is just a good card. It's just got good stats. Oh, it's the worst hit. I need this one to go down. I'm still going to win this one, but can't lose. All right, let's roll. I want to... I'll take that. Come on. Give me the Taragosa. This is not easy. Guess we take the taunt. Get rid of this. And this. And I guess we just kind of go with stats here. Take this for later. Could have taken this one, but yeah, it's fine. I'm looking to make the Demon Taragosa build. There's no beasts in this game, but it's still doable. Oh, you can't go right? 70% to win. Fucker. Those are the ones that kill you. It's just little chip downs. There's a Taragosa. Ooh, and it's got a ticket. Nice. Get rid of that. Guess we take the pair. Level. Get rid of this. There's my triple. How do I get it? I guess I can sell the demons. Could just freeze for next, right? Yeah, because it's not really going to die. So, guess we do this. And freeze. Yeah, that's fine. Even next turn level, sell and buy and go for the demon, the famished Fellbat. Can I take off delay? Can't midstream. Actually, let me see. I never tried. I mean, it says the delay is off. Maybe it just has to catch up. Let's see. Alright, so we do this. Sell that. Give me this. Triple. Fellbat. No Fellbat, but what do I have? I have Demons and Dragons. I have a Murloc. Yeah, I'm going to take this. I guess we do this and this. It's not bad. And roll. Not great, but not awful. Although I'm up against this fucker now, I'm going to be really screwed. Need to taunt that. I don't know, I shut the delay off, but I don't think it'll do it midstream. Yeah, it has no way to catch up. I don't think it'll do it. God damn it, that was the worst fucking hit. That sucks. How the fuck did he... Oh my god, he had to shoot it twice. Oh, that's rough. Of course, this doesn't die. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Like, I'm supposed to lose this one, but this is the worst way it plays out. Wow, I lost the max. Yep, average damage 8 to 11. I take 11. Well, we definitely take this. No. This is good. Alright, let's chuck this away. That's what I want right there. Get rid of this. I don't want to taunt it right away though, because I want it to get poison. So we move this here. And we'll play that. Alright, I got it. What's this? That's pretty good. So we do this and this. Definitely playing that. I mean, yeah, I guess. This player has mixed. Should have froze. pretty good. All right, this one. Poison this one. No, not yourself. Come on. All right, that's good. Hit this one. Fucker. Didn't hit the Terragosa once. Son of a bitch. Oh. That's annoying. That's what I need. And I'll take this. I guess we give up that. Do this. That. Oh, I'll take that. This might work out. I'm not really sure. Guess we do. No, we do that. And we put this over here. Damn it. Yeah, I should have moved that. No, that's the worst case scenario. Because this thing's still not going to get fucking poisoned. Because it dies immediately. Shit. Ugh. And of course I lose too. God damn, that was unlucky. Oh, that's really good. Give me something good to go with it. That's what I want. Right there. Okay, so... yeah. I'm gonna do it. I kind of have to. Yeah. It's not the best, but it's better than not. And there is a chance I can get poison on this, which would be nice. But the growth is just too good. All right, nice. I got one I can win. Hit this one. All right, now hit here. Yes. That's what I want. You said casino will let you own them before they ban you if you're not cheating. What if you want to play $1 million on blackjack side bets? Would they let me? If they take the bet, yeah. That's the thing. They don't have to take your action. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've heard crazy ass fucking bets go off, There was a guy who wanted to bet his whole life savings on one spin of the roulette wheel, red or black, and it was something like, I think it was like $500,000. And at the time, it was like one of the largest bets ever placed on a single bet roulette wheel. But yeah, as long as they have a table big enough to take the action, like you can't come in and say I want to bet $1 billion on red because no casino is going to take that bet because it's a bad bet. But if they decide that it's within their advantage to play it, they will. Nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna lose to this fucker. I'm gonna go for it. Level. That's what I want. Do I sell poisons to get it? I don't think I do. I think I do this. I think we do that. Do I freeze? What do I throw away? Well, it would be between Murlocs or... that's rough. You know what? I'm going to go for it because there's a good gamble there. So I throw away one of the Murlocs, and I'd have 2 Murlocs and a dragon and 2 demons. Hey, it stayed. And I wanted to, but 1 million on 30-to-1 odds on craps table is crazy, shit like that. Yeah, they have to take they don't have to take your bet. Like if they decide that they want your action, cool, but they don't have to take it. You know, they can absolutely say no. Did I finally get poison on this thing? I think I did. Yep. Nice. That definitely won. That's pretty awesome. There's always some story every year about some sports bettor who wants to bet huge on who's going to make it to the Super Bowl or whatever. It always happens. I'm going to try to triple and... No. Okay, well now that that's there, I can buy this. Do I ditch the Terragosa, really? I guess I do. That's what you want. I mean, that's pretty goddamn good. I guess we'll give up one of these. Yeah, I guess that's how it goes. It's not the worst. I'm basically looking for all Amalgadons and Fellbats. Ah, fuck, this guy's too strong. Yeah, he needed to hit the other one first. That sucks. Don't hit that one. Yeah, my order fucked me on this one. I think I'm dead. Yeah. Should be. Yeah, those are 6, 12, 18s. Yeah. Not bad. Not the worst. What did I end up in that with? 4th place? And this was like so potential. 3rd place. Nice. Yeah, let's get back to the poker. Here's tables I can jump on right away, hopefully. Gotta wait 4 minutes. Nice. This one needs about 4 minutes. Oh, it was only $10. I thought I screwed up for a second there, but it was only $10. I'll get on these waiting lists. Gotta wait 3 minutes on that one. Just so I can rat hole the money. What about this one? Yeah. And it was up like 100 million. They want to do it with $25 million. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. Well, what's his name? I forget the name of the gambler. The Jimmy the Greek. There's a great story about him, out in Vegas, just like practically busting a fucking casino. But it was like he started out with like $1,200, and over the course of like 5 months, he ran it up to like 12 million or something like that. And this is back in like 1950 something. And then of course he lost it all back. They just kept letting him play. Still a check from me, Bob. There's a reason for some choo-choo emotes. That's him snoring, guys. The big snore. Nobody in this house at any time sleeps as good as Choochie does on an average Wednesday. This is a table I can get on. Oh, I gotta wait 49 seconds. Alright, I can do that. Seconds. Eight seconds. 0 seconds. Hey. Okay, can I get on this one now? Yes, I can. Reset the stats. All the tables are at about 150, I think. About this one. I think I want to be here. There's a few more tables too. Nice. And there's 2 more with a waiting list. Gigi's not impressed. Player behind, I can't call. One of them's got to have a jack, and it's got to be better than mine. What? Oh my god. How does this player call? This gets me. How do you call with ace queen? Oh my god. That's just stupid. That was a limped pot, too. Should probably be betting small, but nah. Ooh, look at that 3 right in the door. Right in the door.
Wow.
Okay. Should be a big bet here. No? Well, you don't get any free cards, so we'll go ahead and bet. Really? You're just betting with nothing, huh? Interesting. Archie Karras. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, most of it beating poker players, though, for crazy cash games. Oh, no. I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about, but yeah. But there was a different one. Jimmy Karras, right? Or maybe it was Nick Karras and Jimmy DeGreek. I forget. No one wanted to play 100, 200K with him. Yeah, that was the whole thing. That was the original, whatchamacallit, corporation. So they put together a bunch of good players and played against him. Getting some tables now. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. I haven't read that shit in a long time. Dun, 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 dun. So are the sounds playing? Oh, that's neat.
Hello, motherfucker.
So you guys hear that? That's on the main page in the panel. nice. But it's neat because you look at the panel, and I was just trying to play a sound, and it lets you hear it before you play it. So you can hear the sound and then decide if you want to spend the bits on it. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. What we got, Duckman? He calls. He's only been sitting for 2 minutes, so we're going to Brad Owen this and down bet. He calls. You could definitely have ace king, right? Too many outs. Too many outs. Too many outs. Too many outs. And he's only got the gut shot and the overs, so 7 outs for that bet. I mean, I know he's got the ace king there about 50-50. Did I really just get min raised here? I'm not going to fold for a min raise, but he better not bet much on the river. King Jack. Wow. It's an interesting bet. It's not great. Definitely could have bet bigger on that flop, but I really don't think this player's... Like, I wanted to bet small because it's just kind of whatever. Yeah, I think it's fine. Go ahead and bet there. Really? Just the draw without the flush draw, huh? Thanks, bro. I think people think I'm supposed to fold the ace-king here, but that's really one that you're not. You're supposed to bet big, and you're supposed to snap call. That's funny. It was Jimmy Karras and Nick DeGreek, not the other way around. I thought it was Jimmy DeGreek and Nick Karras. Yeah. Reasonable. Hey, there's that whip.
Are you winning, son?
I guess they are. Sounds our plan. You don't want to go for a third barrel with ace jack? Thought I had left. No, I didn't leave. That's tempting, but there's too much action behind. What did you have? Ace Jack? King Queen. Interesting. I mean, I guess betting the flush draw is fine. But after you bet the flop, I think you just want to take a free card on the flush draw. I mean, it's whatever. How did I got gifted a sub by somebody in another stream. Oh, I see what happened. I just got gifted a sub on a stream I'm not even watching. This guy just went in there and went ape shit. And he gifted like 300 subs to this streamer I like. So since I was in her stream last night, I just got gifted a sub. That's crazy. Dude just laid down $1,500 in subs on some other streamer's stream. That's crazy. That's nuts. I'm going to check that. I mean, it definitely has showdown value, but I'm going to check it. I don't mind calling, though. Check that. No. There's a lot of fives out there. I'm going to let that go. Foldy, foldy. Mm. Ooh. The fuck is going on here? Oh, I guess short stack. Look at this. This guy 3-bet it and kept me from the winner. Son of a bitch. Pair and a flush draw. What is going on over here? Raw gut shot? No, thank you. Okay. Hey, that's a flush. And this player leads right at the flush draw. Definitely don't fold. I mean, only the king or the ace beats us, right? Yeah, just had the king of hearts. Queen 4 made 2 pair. Interesting. See, that's one you could bet the river. Wonder what called me that didn't bet the river. 9? Jack 10. Oh, so he just had the open ender made a pair. That pair kind of cost me. Because I think he bluffs more. Ooh, look at the 3 on the turn. Come on. That's a good boy. That's my friend. It's my friend over there losing money. Ace 5. What are you trying to hit on the... Wow. My man called with the gut shot. Hit the worst pair and fucking paid me off. That's awesome. Told you he's my friend. Well, this one we're going to bet it up. Pretty big. I mean, you limped out of first. If this guy jams, I will fold. Because he's the guy most likely to have the ace. He jammed, didn't he? Yeah, he did too. Well, I get to see it. Easy fold. Ace, queen. Wow. Wow. Ha ha ha. He lost to the ace jack. I would have beat him for the side, but still lost money on it, so good fold. I mean, it's a good fold anyway, because that's fucking ridiculous. Limp jam the ace queen out of first. That's hilarious. Really? How often do I believe this? No. Yeah, that's about right. Hold, please. There we go. I knew he was doing it to ISO the shorty, so it was not easy to pull off with the jacks, but I think after the previous hand, it kind of looks super weak when I do that because I just raise folded. But yeah, that's a situational adjustment there. Super exploitative play. Really glad it held up too. Rewarded. I'm just gonna call this one. Ace is pretty good. Nobody should have an ace, so this bet usually gets me some action. King of clubs on the river. I'm going to check it. Maybe he bluffs. Nice fold. He might have even had... I mean, I guess he could have had a set for sure. He could have had ace 7. Or ace 5 too with the suited combos. Definitely don't want to call that one off with just the ace king. Look at this, flopped it over here. It's a limped pot, so although this player's betting the full pot, so let's just go ahead and raise. I think we raise here, fold that one. We obviously open that. Get called, dodging hearts, and I don't think we want a king or a queen either. Alright, that's a great card. This player's only got 70 cents left, so we're just going to get the money in. Sick play, bro. I'm going to check. There's a chance this guy has a 5. Damn it. I was expecting him to show over nothing, like just a draw. So it's like, what's the point in betting anyway? Or to show over a 5 and beat, or to show over a straight draw or something. But when he has a 10, I missed a bet. That really sucks. I'll let this one go. Ooh, new high. It's interesting, but it's not crazy. It's never a 7. I'm just calling there because I'm trying to get called behind. Thanks, bro. What do you expect to call you there that you beat? That's the question you really got to ask yourself. A 7, an 8, a 6, a 5. So many good cards. Wah wah. How does Ace 10 win? It's interesting. Oh, okay. Worst card in the deck on this table. You got it, bro. I folded before the guy even called. I love it. I'll take it. Make 4 times my money? Sure. Foldy, foldy. So paid off if it hits, but nope, can't do it. Nope. Affordable. Yeah, if you have the nuts here, you just jam at this point. I mean, I don't know if you're going to jam the under straight here or the king 9 or something, but you definitely don't want to be calling on the flush. Wow, 2 pair. Look at this. I'd have made it too. God damn, these people are fucking nuts. That dude bet out with 2 pair into a board that should be ace king, and the other guy called it. This dude bets the pot. Yeah, okay, you don't have enough. Let's go. You have like a pair of 9s or something? Kings? What the fuck's taking you so long? 8, 9, jack. Good. Fuck this guy. Next time, don't nit roll. Know the value of your fucking hand. Retard. That's why you don't short stack. Because you can't be played against. You just get jammed on all day long. Okay. Choochie snore. Ooh. Seeing a lot of little min bets leading out. Weather advisory. Good thing I'm inside. Not bad. Check it back. 5 deuce. Interesting. The fuck? Wow. 100% VPIP, huh? I gotta give this one up. Yeah, you got it, bro. I feel like he made 2 pair on the turn there. It's kind of annoying. Look at this, I got 6s on 3 tables. Well, no set there. How about here? No, but it's an overpair. I'm gonna bet it. And I'll bet this one. Well, I won one of them. I thought I was gonna get it again. So a min raise and a call. Ooh, I flopped a set on that one. Just gonna bet small. Really? Yeah, I fold. I'm gonna bet small again. And now I'm gonna bet big because they should have a lot of straights. I'm gonna call this one. Hey, did you pay me off with a straight? I wonder. Or did you actually like have a 7? A7? Yeah. Won 2 of them. Made more than I lost. Fold that one. It's not bad. I'm gonna check it. This player's got the deck, so. It's very hard for somebody to have a full house here, so. I mean, even if this player jams, I'm calling. Because baby flush jams, 10 jack jams. Which, meh. I think it's fine. I think all I would be doing by betting there is just giving somebody an opportunity to take a good bluff spot against me when that turn comes off. It's yours. Oh. Don't mind that. Okay. That's a great card. Just the equity. Player never bets his own hand. Player calls. Ooh, that queen is nice. I'm going to go for the value bet bluff because I get called by an ace here. Yeah, I do. Do you have the ace jack or ace king? Eights? Wow, you threw that away, bro. That queen in the river is so perfect. I can't even bet the ace because he's going to have ace king a ton. That is hilarious. I'm going to kill this. I like that check, bet, check, or check, or bet, check, bet. I think we can bet reasonably small here. Snap call. Yeah. I think we can bet a little bigger. I think we can check and we might actually be able to bluff catch. If the ace didn't hit the river, I wouldn't even be considering it, but full pot, huh? How do you have a queen? Do you have the king queen with the queen of clubs? I feel like he snap called me, and this player does like to bluff on scary boards. It's only tough because I have two pair. I mean, he has to have basically king queen with the queen of clubs, right? Yeah, didn't make much sense, did it, pal? Thanks, bro. Oh, we gotta have a sound for that one. How about that one? That's a good one for that.
Daddy, yes!
Whoa. Check. Check it down. Sweet, I'll take it. Yeah, I knew he was a bad bluffer. It's literally my notes on him. Bad bluffer on scary boards. You don't bet the full pot there. I mean, if you're trying to get called, are you really going to bet that big? So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for a little bit. Let's see here. Started out 387, hitting at 462. So that's what, $75, 7.5 buy-ins. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think it deserves a little something. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I guess not. Oh well. Yeah, I'm going to be back in a little bit, guys. I got to eat and kind of let everything come down. But that's a pretty good start, man. 7.5 buy-ins on the day. That's pretty good. And I'm going to be back in a little bit. And yeah, have fun. Stick around for the host. And I'll see you guys later.